Today we're going to look at how to create your Calendly account so that you can schedule appointments directly on your website. So first you want to head over to calendly.com and select Get Started. Next, select how you want to set up your account. You can use just your general email. You can sign up with a Google or a Microsoft account. I personally am going to use a Google account for this particular setup. From here, you're going to add your password and click Next. On this screen, go ahead and allow Calendly to connect to your email. Okay, here's the very first step that we really want to think about. So this is going to be the URL that you are going to give people when you want to have them schedule a call. So let's say you're sending an email and you want to say, hey, schedule a call on my calendar, blah, 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 here it is. So it's going to be calendly.com/ whatever you want it to be. So for this one, I'm going to say create my site and click continue. From here, it's telling you that now we're going to connect your Gmail with your Calendly so that it can see your calendar. We're going to hit continue. And we're going to give it our hours of availability. So for me, I only take calls between 10 and 4 on Monday through Friday. You can change all of this later. You can schedule it in blocks. You can do whatever you want at a later time. And then on here, it's going to ask what your day-to-day role is. I'm a leader and entrepreneur, so I'm going to click that and click finish. All right, from here, we're going to go to this box that says 30-minute meeting. This is their default. So with the free account, you're going to get one type of meeting so that you don't have to pay for it. Now, if you need multiple types of meetings, you would have to get a paid plan. But for right now, we're just going to use this one. We're going to go to the settings with this little cog wheel, and we're going to click edit. And each section in here is editable. So what event is this? I don't want to call it a 30-minute meeting. I want to call it a 15-minute pick me up. Where is this going to be? It's going to be a phone call. I want to call my invitee. I don't want them to call me. So I'm going to use that option, click update. And then you can put a description for what this service is and what they're going to get. After that, there's a direct link to this particular type of event. So you can call it a pick-me-up, you can call it a 15-minute meeting, you can call it whatever you want, but this would be the URL that you're going to give people. You want to make sure it's something that's easy for you to remember and use. And then the event color, I like bright colors, so I'm going to choose cyan and save and close. Now, let's talk about when can people schedule this meeting with you. Do you want people to only be able to book 60 days into the future, 10 days in the future, indefinitely, so from 3 years from now? Choose what works best for you. Tell how long this call is going to be. We're going to use we are going to use the existing schedule that we've already created, which is our working hours from 10 to 4. And if you need 15 minutes to prep beforehand, you would check this box, or 15 minutes after to make notes, check the after box, and save and close. Now, invitee questions. This one's important because this is going to tell you what the person needs to talk about. So name, email, their phone number. But then we could change this question to say, what goal are you currently working on? And apply. We can add additional questions and then save and close. We're going to skip over to notifications and cancellation policy. Now in here, you can set it up to send email reminders. You can send text message reminders, save and close. And on the confirmation page, you can tell it to have them they'll go to the Calendly confirmation page, or once they're done, you can redirect them to an external site. So I'm going to send them to my services page and save and close. If you want to collect payments, I'm not sure if they make you pay for the plan or not, but if you need to collect payments, you can go to the integrations page and connect to Stripe or PayPal through there, and then save and close. So that's all you need to do to get everything prepared to be able to use on a website or to email the link out to people. Now, the next step from here is to put it into your website. So if you're working with a developer, you want to send them these two pieces of information. So go up to your icon up here, go to share your link, and then you want to copy the link URL and provide them that. And then you want to click add to your site. Now, I like inline embed codes because it's in your website. It's always there. It's always available for somebody, and it's not in the way. If you wanted, you could do the pop-up widget, which is in the right-hand corner, and it'll pop up as the person's scrolling through your site, or you can do a full text pop-up so that they'd have to close out of it to get to the information on your site. So the inline embed is a little less intrusive, so I'm going to go with that. Hit continue. You can change your text color and your button links from here. You want to copy the code and then send that to your developer as well. So now that we've set all of that up, there is one more really important thing that we want to do. We want to make sure that your calendar is set up to the calendar you use the most. So we're going to go back to your icon for your settings. I'm going to go to calendar connections. Now currently, because I use Google as my email, it's looking at my Google Calendar. For me, I really don't use the Google Calendar. I use the calendar on my iPhone. So we want to add calendar account. And then you're going to find what kind of calendar you're using. So I'm using my iCloud calendar, and I would go through the steps to connect this. Now, I know for the iCloud calendar, you do need a special iCloud password, which you would get in your iCloud account. So this is going to be a process that you're going to work through depending on what service you're using and whatever makes sense for you. If you have questions, let me know.